All right, we have 2 markers, a pencil, and a watercolor pencil. We have all this color-aid paper, and then we have this other multimedia paper that we're using, and I just did the pen, this pen here, and I did 2 layers of it because it's really light. But that one's neat because you can build up values. So here's 1 pass, 2 passes, and then 3 passes. So that works nice. So you have a variety. And this I just made some marks with a pencil because I'm just using that as the paper that I'm going to cut. And then that'll just be texture. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. This is just a 6" by 6" piece of paper that I'm going to make this on. If you're a subscriber, we also have this craft paper that we're going to use. And we got our glue pen. And the packaging, I'm going to use that too. I'm going to use this bright white maybe some of this orange, and some of the blue. Maybe, we'll see what happens, I don't know. So I guess I'm just going to start. So an artist that does this, or did this, was Matisse. He had a bunch of floral patterns, so I'm going to try doing that. I think I'm going to use this piece, and we're just going to cut it. And I'm not going to glue them down now, I'm going to glue them down. We're going to cut them out, kind of build some idea of what I want to do. We'll see what happens. So I'll kind of lay them out how I want, but then we'll see if that's how I really want to keep them. And you can, of course, draw on your paper or have an idea, a great idea. I tried thinking of an idea and I just couldn't come up with one. So I'm just going to play. So you can see that. And this, the cranium needs to be up higher. The back of the head part. Oh, and actually it really doesn't, because I'll probably put hair over it. That is a long neck. So let's... So this, I think I want this bright, bold, and this is just gonna be, and this is just a design thing. I just think it might look neat. This is no longer gonna be part of his or her shirt. This piece, I have an idea that I wanted to do. And it's going with the repetition. I'm gonna have 3 rows of these dots. And I'm not going to do it now, but each of these I'm going to cut into little squares and have them flowing down here. And when I'm ready to glue them on, I'll show you. So we got green, kind of a reddish with a complement. Then, so maybe that doesn't, I don't think that looks right with that color. Let's see if this gray, that might be neat. Let's see if we get one of those other plants, but just one side, because maybe we can have that coming around. All right, so I don't know. We'll see. But that brings that in where we have 2 elements, and then I think we will do another one with this dark blue, but maybe a smaller one, and maybe just right there, and maybe it's a star. I don't know. And we'll cut that off just so that's out of the way for me. So I think something light would look good on there. I think the purple or the gray again. I think, oh, could we use this somewhere? I think I'm going to do a couple dots right there. And maybe I'll do this green one to bring that in. And maybe will make that other dark green plant shape feel more like a part of it. Oh, and then maybe we can do this. We have the packaging. Let's see what that looks like. Let's get this glued down and see what happens. So, and where do we want it? Do we want it? I think we should get this together first. Oh, that was good that those stayed on. I just moved them around and those didn't fall off. Phew. I did not like the way the hair went on there. So I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna give her a big sun hat instead. And we'll cut that out. And I drew it on here because I lined it up and wanted to see how it was gonna fit. So we'll see, we'll cut it out and see what it looks like. Oh, that's not a big sun hat, but that works, I think. Oh, so what I'm doing is I have my marker and I just want it to be the purple, but I want it to be a little different. So I wrote on there, I'm gonna use that back there, but I'm gonna let that dry. In the meantime, I have this piece that I want to use. And I just wanted a big shape of color over that. All right, so I didn't like the hair on there, so I'm putting a hat on instead. So I cut that up. I'm gonna glue that on. And then I also wanted this blue shape to put this leaf behind it. And now I'm gonna make this red shape follow the contour of that. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it here, and I'm just keeping my pencil this far away, all the way around as my guide, and then I'll cut that and see how well it lines up. Not bad, and I'm gonna cut this piece just a little. That was too much, but I like the way that looks. So we're gonna put that there. And then when we get this here, I wanted to put this purple plant shape over there, so I cut that out. All right, so that's all cut out. That's gonna be there, and I think I need to get another square geometric in there somewhere. Oh, let me cut out, I wanted to do this too. So I made this paper, scribbled the pencil on the multimedia paper, and I'm gonna cut that out to see if I can add this pencil texture to the hat. Oh, I think that looks neat. Oh, and I also wanted to do the blue, no, purple, there we go. And we'll see if we can cut that out to fit underneath the hat there. It's gonna be like so. And I need to, I think that line's about right. Okay, so that's that. And then maybe we can add, what do we got? A little red, do a red something down here. Or this, whatever this color ends up being. And that I'm gonna put right there. And then we have the dots up there, and then, oh, we're also gonna do this, which I'll show you once it's all glued down, because watching me cut that's not gonna be exciting. So, all right, I'm going to glue this all down and be back with you in a minute. All right, so you see I added these up here, I added them over here. I put these two shapes there, and I brought this gray down there to make it, because I thought the contrast would be nice. I added the red to connect the red, and then I added the green to have some green there. Some freehand cutting, some drawn cutting that you draw it on your paper. And then I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope you have a great month, and remember to smile, create, repeat.